Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Even yesterday we had the kind of surprise 2-0, another good flip for Genji, kind of crushing T1. As I'm gonna have to hold my thought on this, as Dundun is in danger.
He is in a lot of danger. Is Perfect going to come on over. Does get the Q onto Pyosik though, as you can see. Voltbreaker comes in as Pyosik going to have to try and get out of here, but he's unable to, and that is going to be first blood going to Dundun as KT have a little bit of an accident underneath the turret.
Bit of a whoopsie, bit of a...
So, KT unable to grab a kill down there towards the bottom side, and the gold is dead even. Neck and neck between these two squads.
The problem...
Okay, it might be... This might make it not as neck and neck as... Perfect is chasing after Dundun, and there's now a big old wall that's in the way. He is dashing though. That all out onto BDD was fantastic. Absorbs the CC. The flash comes forward from BDD as now Dundun still running, but the threaded volley will track him down, and that is a kill for the mid laner on KT.
So good at Talia into Calmy, who's had arguably the roughest laning phases next to Satabs probably this season. And so these advantages are just really starting to give KT such an edge. As another flip.
Yeah,
barrel.
He's going to come on through. That is beautiful delivery from BDD. Nothing that Calmy could do about that whatsoever. And that is going to be another one.
Was here, and he was, which you could have seen on the fringe there, and just goes down.
Yeah, and it's a Talia, so like you say, has to be a flash. All right, Beryl not going to quite find a hook here. A cease and desist into the back line as immediately the Talia is taken down. Deft is somewhat free hitting, but he has to flash to get out of there because we are having a Zeri moment. And Jiwoo going to be able to take down the dragon. What is it with grouping around objectives and KT all going boom?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, and we didn't really get the full story of it because we jumped out of the...
Well, she's up in the sky, and so therefore not going to be a very happy Deft in that particular fight, and especially not a happy BDD is. Okay, Calmy going to dive on top of Beryl here, who does manage to get the aftershock, but otherwise, yeah, he's really dead. That is 4 versus Nautilus.
All right.
In the mid game, then you're doing something wrong, and Nongshim, they're not doing anything wrong. Not yet, anyway. As Beryl, he's going to throw his anchor away, does have to use his ult onto Jiwoo with no one around. It's a decent seismic shove, but now Jiwoo's taking matters into his own hands. Def, no Featherstorm, remember, and he does look for it, but he's not going to find it. Jiwoo down to about 100 as BDD gets to the relative safety of his turret, but does not find the seismic shove.
Nongshim making this mid-game work. I thought for sure Jiwoo wins. Seems in this mid-game, I think, playing very disrespectfully around the power of this Ahri, and now an accelerated Zeri.
Oh, not going to do anything. I think that relied on that hook landing. Beryl and BDD trying to get this communication sorted out. We mentioned already that that ult plus seismic shove combo is really important. Beryl does find a hook there, but that seismic shove, that's not going to hit Beryl. That's not going to move him back as Featherstorm going to lift Deft up into the air, but then he has to fall all the way back down to the death chamber. And Nongshim, they are running away with this in a big way.
Yeah, I mean, they actually have follow-up, but you don't. And Jiwoo's there, he's going to press R.
All right, speaking of pressing R, Sylvie is going to press it onto this Gwen, who I think had managed to make her way out of the game moderately throughout the turn. They don't need to worry about that. They can take themselves this soul point. It is a Chemtech Dragon, so unfortunately Orcs did drop the ball on it here.
A little bit of lackluster vision control right now for Nongshim.
Yeah, and Nongshim had their AD carry in the bottom lane. They will spot this out, but this is a fair bit of damage going into the Baron. Calmy now moving on over, teleport in from Dundun, and Perfect, he's already shown up, so it is going to be a 5v5. In goes Calmy, but he gets hooked! There's the seismic shove combo! Finally, they find it! It is going to be the Baron locked up, and now Jiwoo, is this going to be the Zeri moment as he flashes? I don't know about that one! And he's torn apart by the Viego! Now the all-out from Dundun, but I just don't think it's going to be enough!
No
and
way.
Everything you can do, I can do better, Wolf, I guess is how this one goes, because Nongshim were in complete control, just like KT in game 1, and then a Baron, and then it's now the game's going to be over in 3 minutes and Nongshim win.
I don't know about that. I think there's a different scenario. BDD going to get the shove here. He's totally fine. He actually wins these. Pyosik's here. Dundun is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's running out of dashes this time around. He does see what's ahead of him, but I don't know about that because he's walking the wrong direction, ladies and gentlemen. Deft is now towards this top side. He's going to be able to take down this inner turret. Teleport is going to come through from Calmy, so that is going to save that one as Dundun well and truly merry jaunt as there is the kill onto Dundun. Beryl is going to shake his
for this chem tag.
Yeah, exactly. KT not wanting to let that one go over as Nongshim With that soul point, there's so much extra power. As of course, Beryl is just going to Hex Flash over. Nice Charm is going to connect though. As the Gwen damage pretty high. Dindin struggling to get over this wall as BDD can't quite find the CC. But still, that is Wild Growth used onto a Cassante. And so now Jiwoo so much more vulnerable, and they just give up the Chemtech Drake. But really smart from Nongshim, because they can. They can give up as
facing as KT are once again to start the Baron, but this time Nongshim are much closer, and Call Me does have teleport.
Yep, so does Perfect, so they can follow. But look, it's just gone. It is just wiped out. The Extendo Beam almost made it, but KT just kind of highway. We're at robbery, and in goes Sylvie. Cease and assist comes down, but Def just puts him away. The Viego's taken out, though. There's the ulti from Jiwoo. Has to flash out immediately. The all-out, the change position.
Blast
that
Zone.
was so weird, but there's the Featherstorm as Def tries to get underneath the turret. Flashes out of the way, but Jiwoo is still up and still so dangerous. My God, BDD almost does it, but it is not enough, and it's a Quadra for the Zeri. There's the moment you were talking about, Wolf.
It just keeps happening, man. This game feels so predictable to me as Jiwoo ends up getting in there, avoids that.
He did get caught out that one time, but he learned from that mistake, and we can give him one.
Beryl is really your best bet of trying to front to back and blow somebody up. You just need time if you're KT with this Gwen and the Talia Leandri's damage.
Well, there's a Weaver's Wall, and Pyoshik not going to be able to steal away the Drake, as the Heartbreaker did bring him in there, thankfully. Oh, the Charm! It is going to go wide, as now Def has to use the Featherstorm, but then Cease and Assist is going to come through. The Zeri's going to lock him down, and now it is just all Nongshim. Protect the Jiwoo is the thing, and the GA was put to great use there, as we could see. BDD going to be wiped out. That's a triple kill. And Nongshim will now march up the
Big glow up when we got to mid-game. Call Me, yeah, he's 20 CS down on BDD. He is not active in the lane. He's got no power there, but when he gets active on the map and they take control, they get this area ahead. Sure, there were some rocky moments, but ultimately this area is just too big to fail.
Yep, and this Gwen was not immune. The Nexus turrets will fall down, and Nongshim will bring us to a game 3. Really bouncing back after, you know, what was a pretty weird ending to game 1, a weird series beforehand.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.